This is a time to celebrate.
St. Jude Hospital. A promise delivered.
St. Lucia marked a triumphant end to a 16-year saga with the official handover of the rebuilt St. Jude Hospital. The ceremony held at the original Viewfort site saw Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre transfer the modern facility to the Ministry of Health. This signals a new era following the devastating 2009 fire that forced operations into a makeshift stadium. The new hospital offers a significant upgrade featuring modern suites and capacity double the original size. Construction was partly funded by a $75 million loan from Saudi Arabia's Development Fund. Contractor Jada praised the international collaboration and commitment required to meet the project's demanding deadline.
But I'll take that 3 to only express my gratitude to all those who contributed to the success of this. First of all, let me just say, Prime Minister, we did it. We did it. You know, there are a few people that just do small things that make the big difference in the world. Mr. Prime Minister, thank you very much for putting that your trust in me, that I would have delivered, and I am happy that I delivered. Thank you.
Former Prime Minister Stephen King reflected on the project's rocky history and bureaucratic hurdles while praising the current government leader.
I want to also particularly thank our Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip J. Pierre, who upon assuming office immediately considered the reconstruction as a priority. He connected the dots from King to Anthony, and today he is presenting to all of us the promise that is kept, the promise made. I stand today proud of having been the one who witnessed the fire, proud of being the one who commenced the journey, proud of being part of the team delivering the promise.
Beyond the bricks and mortar, speakers paused to honor the 3 lives lost in the 2009 fire and praised the staff who maintained care under the challenging conditions that followed. Outgoing Viewfort South MP and the former Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony, who contributed to earlier phases, urged ongoing excellence and warned against repeating past mistakes, especially those of the Chasney-led executive.
And so I say this to put this event into context and to re-emphasize that what the government is doing is absolutely correct. That is to say, to recognize the handover and then pave the way for the commissioning. Take a look at the design of the buildings. Let's just take a look at the architecture of the building and tell me seriously, why would anyone, any prime minister, any government, have wanted to destroy those buildings and replace it by the box that you see lower down? Why? The result is we now have, thanks to this government, a modern, sophisticated, well-equipped hospital that compares with any hospital anywhere in the Caribbean.
Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre, who led the final push to completion, thanked international partners including Saudi Arabia, Taiwan, and Mexico, alongside local heroes like the nurses and doctors. He stressed the hospital's pivotal role in restoring dignity to the residents.
Today is not about politics. It's not about blame. It's not about pointing fingers or debating figures. Instead, this occasion has brought us back to a simple truth. Being St. Lucian should not be defined by anger, discord, or misinformation, but by compassion and shared humanity that keep us united. Our job was to create the conditions to build the environment where excellence can thrive, where our doctors and nurses have what they need, where the systems are strong and the foundation is sound. We have overcome the obstacles, we've secured the resources, and we have delivered a facility worthy of the people it will serve. Now, it is in the hands of the men and women who bring healing to life. They will take this hospital from a competent structure to a fully functioning institution, one that will care, comfort, and provide healing to the people of St. Lucia for generations to come.
With the handover complete, the focus now shifts to commissioning, the critical phase of equipping and staffing the facility to ensure full operational readiness. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.